Hello world! Wave time here yet again, bringing to you another episode of EEPower. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't have anything planned for today, so I'm just gonna wing it. I'll show some alterations that I did, not really major alterations, but enough to get by. I actually repaired the floor over there. It's a first for everything, I guess. Anyways, going over here, you can see that my extractor has 9 overclocker upgrades. 9, I think, is enough for now, though we will have to alter that later. Also, I've been filling up these geothermal generators. Currently, they do not have any way where for their outputs to go, because, it's a little difficult with this wire here, but I think what we should do is put this wire underground so that we'll be able to better get everything. We might have some losses with the network over there, but considering that we're going to move the machines from up there down here, it's not going to be much issue. Now the issue I'm gonna see really is what we're gonna have up there. If you have any suggestions, let me know, but considering that we're going to be moving most of the major automation machines downstairs, we're gonna have something up here that isn't a complete eyesore. So let's try to work out what we're going to do first. We're gonna need some gold cable, which is obvious, and of course, me being me, I came woefully underprepared, though I have managed to make a few more things in the network. Obviously, I have the overclocker upgrades in there, but I now have transformer upgrades, which will help in the future, and I have insulated cables, gold ones, and they're a crafting recipe now. So whenever I need them, if I have enough gold that is, I can just request. It'll go in this nice little fancy chest right here. And I'll be nice and happy and everything. A happy way is the only way. Okay, going down. And let's just move this. And remember that your pickaxe is of death and destruction. It might be a good idea to remember that way. Okay, moving down. And how are we going to have this? Pretty much, we're going to want all of that way down over there. So what we're going to have to do is put this stuff in the wall, which is going to be interesting. So let's just put it down under here. And hope to God that we have enough cables. Okay, gang there. Bring over here, thank you very much. And of course we're gonna have to substitute some of the cables that we have right here so that we don't have any infinite loops. I'm not sure how much these dynamics for the cables differ from the normal, but I'm sure it could be considered quite a heck of a lot different. So we're not going to take any chances. And let's bring this over. I'm probably going to be lacking cables somehow. Okay, one there. 1, 2, 3, 4. We need 1, 2, 3 cables. I'm betting we have 2 cables. I hate it when I'm right, Okay, we're just going to need to order 1 more cable. Then we'll be able to have that done. Okay. 1 cable blocks. And we'll just have to wait for that stuff to craft. Okay, other stuff that we have, though, is we can move all of these furnaces down and actually put some interesting stuff for them. So, move, move, don't drop. Hey, lava, how are ya? I'm doing fine. And go down here. Now, these furnaces are going to be important eventually, but we're not sure where we're gonna place it. Okay, let's get that cable first, then we can talk about important stuff. You know what? Having a floor would be a very good idea. So I'll just put in a nice temporary floor. Probably going to be a bit more permanent. And by the way, I have my caps locks on, so if it seems like I'm shouting, blame technology. Okay, there and there. Who needs a ceiling? Okay, everything is good. Now what we're going to need to do is put some way to get this cable from underneath. Darn it. From underneath and go over there. Now is that going to cause a problem in the future? Not in the foreseeable future. These are almost full of all of this liquid courage, so we can keep the alcohol flowing. But we're going to need a few copper cables, so let's craft that. I think we do have a lot of rubber, so let's get... Because we're going to need a lot of them in the future, let's get 32, and it looks like we have enough. Okay. Now, where can we place everything that we're going to need? What I'm thinking, though, is since we're going to have so many machines, what we're going to need to do is feed the energy below, and then have the energy be supplied by this, obviously, but the energy is going to go below and feed into the machines. So there will be like a floor of wires, then a bunch of machines on top of them, and logistics pipes on top of them. I'm thinking that's going to be our most efficient solution, though I am not exactly known for efficiency now, am I? Okay. Speaking of which, let's bring these way over here. And we're going to want them to join eventually. Hallelujah. Praise the Lord. And that popped up nicely. Okay. Going here. Here. And have them going in feeding the power lines here. Now these will obviously start their power process. And slowly, ever so slowly, introduce power to these. Now, obviously, since it's only 12 geothermal generators, it's going to be pretty quick. Now, pretty slow, actually. That's the only thing that makes sense in that sentence. Now, I see that we're going to have to move this logistics pipe so that it will be a bit more manageable, because right now it will be in the path of the geothermal generators. So what we could do is either move that wire or move the pipe under the wire. Either or, we're going to have to move something. Now I'm wondering, will this lava keep pace with filling up the geothermal generators? I'm going to hazard a guess that it's going to be a no. So yeah. Oh, by the way, I know this is not the most efficient setup. Shut up. It's kind of hard to bounce off ideas on some sort of inanimate object, i.e. you. i.e. that kind of makes sense. Okay, now let's make some more overclockers, and I think for now we'll have our temporary setup right here so that we can have a much easier process and all of that jazz. Okay, 2 extra pipes. What we're going to need for this one is going to be to get all that nice refined iron, and we're going to need a lot of overclocker upgrades. Also, we're going to need nice cables. And we're going to need glowstone or lamps here, because this is getting dark and I don't really want to open up this monstrosity to the outside world. So let's see. We're going to need to get a bunch of overclockers. So let's order... Can we order 20? I doubt we have enough for 20. Do we have enough for 20? Where are overclockers? There. Let's go for 10. We're missing a heck of a lot of rubber. Okay. Everybody, get your rubbers. Okay. Let's just get a bit of resin, or whatever you want to call it, and we got 4 of these open for debate. Going over for the tree of life. And you guys probably don't need to see this, but heck, I don't care. Okay, got those. We're going to need to plug the back wall with something or push the trees in, though it probably would look ugly if we just push the trees in here. You know? Kind of. Anyways. I can't really go down that way, but this way, why not? Now let's see, what do we want to put in extractor? Okay. Goes very fast, and we probably are going to need more. But considering how much we can do right now, this is pretty much the maximum we can do. Okay. You can probably increase the energy reserves also. There is an upgrade for that, though I do not have it whatsoever. Okay, this isn't in fact enough for that, so let's get some. We're gonna need to increase our productivity for our other thing. Okay, 7 I think is enough. We're going to need to increase our rubber amount that we're gaining. So instead of just this, we're going to need to get a lot of them. A lot, and more. Like that. And just to make sure everything is working well, you can see that it's just steadily pushing out all of those coolant cells, and eventually we'll get all of that. Okay, now the main purpose of this operation is to add the refined irons to our collection. We're going to need 1 piece of iron also, but we can just add this as our main objective, and we're going to need iron. Let's iron out the kinks and actually just call it. I think there might be iron here. No, there isn't. Let's just call 1 singular piece of iron, then we can get things underway. Do I even have any iron? It's probably staring me right in the face. Time lapse. And there we go. 7 overclocker upgrades, that'll be enough. Should we put it all on 1 furnace? Heck with it. Okay, no, we shouldn't. Okay, let's put this. This is ready and everything, but we're going to want to put 1 less than that. 4, that'll be good. And 4 on here. What I want here is to get some sort of goodies. Explaining it a little horribly way. Okay, let's get that and make a little food and try to concentrate on what you're trying to say. Bronze. Bronze is what we're going to need to make. Now, obviously, there are going to be a couple things that will be required to make that. We're going to need all of those handy-dandy dusts, so we're going to have to put 1 of these crafting tables as output for dusts. But we don't have copper dust or tin dusts, which are kind of needed for this. So let's make 4 crafting logistics pipes. We're missing glowstone. Let's make 3 crafting logistics pipes. That'll be a bit more manageable, I'd say. Crafting logistics pipes, thank you very much. We're not going to go right away with that, but what we're going to do is make a way to macerate all of these ores a lot more efficiently, and we already have crafting logistics pipes. We could have just stolen those. Sorry, buddy. You're out of luck. And we also got some more transformer overclocker upgrades, so we can just use those and get those out of the way. This thing is getting very useless at the moment. I'm gonna drop down your hole, Sonny. And now we're here. Okay, I don't think I'll need that anymore. Oh, what the heck? Is there like a chance that this won't work? I is annoyed. I is really annoyed. Okay, machine block will go back there. And why are you bumping into me? Did I allow you to bump into me? No, I did not. Go back to your corner, Jimmy. Anyways. Okay. For some reason, I had 2 macerators in here already, so I'm not even going to bother. And let's just continue on with the show. Because I know you love seeing me fail awesomely. Well, awesome is very subjective in this case, but I'm not going to dwell on the past. Let's just start with these wires that we're going to need and the pipe that is obstructing my awesomeness, and put these here. These will be where the macerators go. I kind of shivered right there. Oh, fudgesicles. Well, we didn't exactly lose much, I must say. Let's see, what did we lose? Just lost a few cables, and the problem stems from that connecting. If there were some covers, I'd love them, but there aren't. So let's just make things excruciatingly difficult and just do that. Happy now? Happy? Okay, we're just gonna need to get more pipes. Da-dee-da-dee-da, you go back, and there we go. Over here, everything's connected. You know, it was heavily costly, but it worked out in the end. Put this here and this here, and I don't think I'll have any more troubles, will I? Waiting patiently. No, okay. So what we're going to need to do is put some other stuff here. Let's just craft these quickly. Okay, we're gonna need to get the ores, which I think we have 1 tin ore, and then we're gonna need to macerate it and then get the resultant out. And that is really awkward, I must say. Okay, up there. And put the copper here. We're going to need to macerate the copper. Let's put 4, shall we? And we get our 2 dust, which we'll then put here. We do the exact same for the other. Macerate. Steel upgrades, because heck, I'm in a stealing mood. And that worked. And let's just put that upgrade there, and we got more dust. So let's just ask for like 10 of each dust, because that's probably what we're gonna need. 10 of this, and no, I didn't even put that in the thing, did I? No, I didn't. Okay, let's just get 10 of the copper and put that in the bloody thing. There we go. What the? Fudge nuggets. That didn't work so well. I hate life. Okay. While that's going, and while this is going to get the maceration of the... Get out of my way. It's not just giving me a break, is it? Okay, get that. And we actually got some more dust, so now we can actually craft what we were going to craft. So, another pipe over here to get our bronze dust. You got 2, so that's good. Importable, yes it is. Let's go. Now we're gonna need to get that bronze dust. Like, let's just get 1 bronze dust. We're gonna miss, like, dust. Okay, that's good. Show me the money! Now, please. You know, I'm kind of broke. Time lapse. Even though it needed to macerate it, that's quite alright with me. Okay, we got 1 dust. 1 dust doesn't really do much, but in the end it will fulfill all of our desires. No pressure. Put this in here. Once again, cook it with science. Get 1 bronze ingot so that we can force it on the infidels. Mwahaha. My mind's in the right place. Crazy, that's where. Okay, got that, and we're good. Now I'm gonna sleep off this rain and then do a few more things. Okay, we're ready to go onwards, and what I think we should do right now is our quarry has gone very, very far down. So what we should do is check on what type of goodies it has for us. It went through quite a lot of uranium and a lot of waterfalls, and I think it should have enough stuff in it to make it worthwhile. Okay, that's enough. A stack of diamonds? Yes, please. Now what are we gonna do with this stack of diamonds? Oh, I cannot resist. Death from above! I could have timed that better. Big slimies! Bigger slimies! And I'm done. Okay, up again. Now what I think we should do with this is go back to our energy relay and start upgrading a few of the parts. One of them already has Mach 2 relays. One of the relays is already Mach 2, so what we can do is just take that Mach 2 relay and then see if we have enough EMC to duplicate it. Mach 1, Mach 1, Mach 1, Mach 2. Of course, it's the last one that we had to go. Okay, and we got those. Okay, Mach 2 relay. Let's just steal it. Turn all the energy into relays. And I think we got enough for 3, so we're lacking one. We're lacking one. We don't have enough for another, though ooh, actually we might. So take that, take that, take that. Yes, we got enough. Okay. So take that again. Take it out. Continue. Grab that. Ooh, that was a bad idea. Take that last relay and replace them with more Mach 2s. I was going to say Mach 5, but I'm not that awesome. Okay, we lost a bit of energy and we're losing even more in the fact that we're not being quick and efficient. So let's just get these down and worry about the rest of it later. So get that, and put an Eternalist fuel here. And put that away. Okay, now we have 19 Eternalist fuel to spare. What we can do is just turn that to diamonds, but we're just going to steal it for future use. As we can see already, that's going at an alarmingly quick speed. And eventually, when we get these to Mach 3 relays, we'll be able to get even a more blistering fast speed. Going faster and faster and faster until it can't hold up. I amuse myself sometimes. Okay, so next thing that we should do is probably upgrading some of the systems. Which systems can we upgrade? We probably can get a few more coolant, overclocker upgrades rather, but we're going to need to get a lot more rubber. So I'm probably just going to randomly increase more. Oh, I know what we can do. No, we don't have enough matter. Okay. Scratch that idea. Forget I ever said it. You have been warned. If you don't forget, you'll die. Several times over. No pressure. Someone just had a thought. Oh no, run! Okay, going onwards. Let's just grab a bit more of this. Maybe we can increase... we can probably increase our energy output just making more geothermal generators, which is pretty quick considering that we can just make let's make 8 more. Request successful! Okay, now I'll just do a few odds and ends, like removing some of the items that we do not need, like this compressor. I'm pretty sure we are not in need of right now. So let's just take it down and do some more steps towards awesomeness. Now, our lava output, as you see, is pretty dismal in the fact that it just continues onwards and doesn't really do anything. It's at its maximum flow, but as you see by these things that are going like slow, like really slow, it's not supplying enough energy to keep all of them going. So what I'm thinking is that there's, well, two things that we can do, and I'm kind of not liking it. Two options we have. One of them is replacing all of these iron pipes with gold pipes. That might speed it up. Or two, we can just put another gold pipe layer underneath. I'm going with the latter because, well, I like ladders for one, but anyways, but two, it's probably going to be our most efficient way, because how I see it is if we orient the... Why are you raining again? I stopped you raining already. It's not enough. What was I saying? Ah, yes. Since the lava will be flowing so fast through the gold pipes, it'll just probably naturally flow through the place where it's not rejected by the iron pipes. You know, kind of a good thing to do when you're like that. Okay. I think we're going to need 16 pipes. That won't be too bad, so let's make those 16 pipes. Going to need to make some more waterproofing, so we have some of that still in our happy dye chest. I love these names. Happy dye chest away! We should probably make this sorter a bit better, because currently as it stands right now, it's not exactly the most magnificent, I can't even pronounce it, magnificent creation that I've ever made. Well, I don't make many magnificent creations anyway, so it doesn't matter. Okay, going downwards. Gonna need to put this down. Go like very far. We're gonna probably have to start with the ones that are closest anyways. And we're gonna have to knock out these ones. And it's gonna have to be a bit lower because of, you know, aliens. It's gonna be lower because of aliens. Yes, way. That's exactly what it's going to be lower because. Okay, we can't get that. I think I got it. Nope, didn't. Okay. And let's place this here. We're probably missing one, so let's just remove that. Place, get. Closer. Are they all attached? I honestly don't care at this point, so let's just attach these in the meantime. I think we're too low. That'll save us one pipe. And we're gonna have to, while we're going, have them orient downwards. Now, I always thought that they should have some sort of quick iron pipe, because how it is right now, there's no point having a gold pipe if when you get past, it's just going to be remarkably slow. And wow, that is a good amount of piping. And I am obviously going a little crazy. Let's get out of here. 1. Your argument is invalid because of steak. And stupidity. Okay, there we go. I think it's moving a lot faster. However, oh, crack. That's not what's supposed to happen. Now, we're probably going to have to replace that iron pipe because it's now acting as a stupid chokehold in our device. So we're going to have to take yet another gold pipe from the system. And it's not going to be a neat flow. It's just going to have to rely on pure chance and going to have to fill this thing up first. Not my favorite thing to do, but well, it's science. And we're not really getting much of a trickle down at this end, though that's because it has to even fill up that tank. And it does seem like it's filling up a bit more, though that could just be my woeful imagination, and I'm probably right about the woeful imagination part. I think we did all we can do right now. We set up a good automation system. We've uh, air quotations cleaned up the design and air quotations. And I think we made some of the stuff obsolete. Now, this recycling system, we can add a lot of overclocker upgrades, so that won't be too difficult of a thing to do, but honestly, I can't be bothered right now since I have a bunch of other stuff that I can do. Like, remove that, get all that stuff, and knock a few pipes out of the way while I'm at it. Well, that's all the time we have for this episode of EEPower. If you like what you see, don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe to future episodes. I'm looking at you, Tim. Yes, I know your name. Wave Time here, signing off. Have a wonderful day.